So I'm in the puppy box with Sadie, and she's not as bad as Brene, but oh my goodness, she does sometimes kind of mash them when she tries to lick them. So I stay in here with them and try to get them all clean. I see she's been licking on him. These are their little umbilical cords. I put peroxide on them every feeding, and they're drying up and falling off. So that's good. That's a great sign. These puppies were a couple days early. They were born at 57 days from her surgical AI. And do that dirty butt, baby. That made me need to suck off there. It's so dirty. Sometimes, especially if your mommy's been eating raw meat, when their milk is so rich, when the babies start nursing, they blow bubbles. They blow poop bubbles. So we have quite a good selection of rags in here. We keep damp rags underneath the heat lamp, so they're always good and hot. And keep some moisture in the air. When I run a dehumidifier in here, it actually can get a little dry. This is, I think, the girl. No, it's a boy. There's a girl. Here's the girl. Nope, that's a boy. See, I can't even tell her apart. Okay, that must be her. Anyway, the day I brought her home, 2 days ago, was about this time. It's about 10:30 when we got home Tuesday night, and it's Thursday night, 48 hours ago. She wouldn't nurse, which was unusual. If they don't nurse, they'll usually die. She wouldn't, just pretty quickly they die. If they won't nurse, something's really wrong. Anyway, she would not nurse, and she cried. Not a little bit. She cried. She kept me up most of the night. Of course, I'd get up, come in here, and I just started tubing her a little bit of Pedialyte and water. I know this is really weird, but I have had them be dehydrated when they were born. How can a puppy floating in amniotic fluid be dehydrated? Don't ask me. Anyway, I prayed for her and prayed for her and prayed for her, and she screamed and she screamed and she screamed, and she would not nurse. And the next morning, I think I fed at midnight, I fed at 3, I fed at 6. And then like at 8 o'clock, she started nursing. It was bizarre. It was just a miracle. And she's been nursing and strong ever since. So I don't know what her little cranky problem was. Oh, and the other thing she was doing, and this is typically, you can preach their funeral, if they do this mouth breathing. Yeah, that's not normal that they would be breathing through their mouth. But praise God, she's nursing. After losing that boy, I lost the biggest red boy at birth. He came out dead. Wished I'd have prayed for him a little more. Anyway, this is, well, it's whatever it is. I don't care what you think it is. It is what it is. We do not throw our we do not throw our dead puppies away at the vet clinic. I bring them home and I bury them. Anyway, the vet's always like, here, let me throw that away for you. I'm like, you know what? My puppies aren't trash, even if they have passed. So I brought that puppy home, and it's hard. It's just the hard part of breeding when you lose somebody. And it was 28 degrees last night and the night before, and it was very cold. It was 36, cloudy and windy yesterday. And so I had not unloaded all that laundry, and I had not unloaded that puppy, and so Alec brought the puppy to me. I said, go get that dead puppy out of the van. And his eyes got big. He's like, huh? I said, yes, there's a puppy out there. So he brings it in. I thought we all were going to cry. And, it's just hard. You look at them and think about the potential of what a beautiful dog this was going to be, right? And anyway, it's hard. So and this is whatever, the ground is frozen, and so I just put him in the freezer with some other puppies until I can get a backhoe. I may take them out to Kingston where my beloved Desi is buried, and I may bury them there. But we do give them a proper burial. I wrap them in a pretty blanket. Anyway, if you can't do this and not love them, then don't do it. I think this is her. Yep. Look at her now. Give me another ninny. I sucked all the milk out of that one and I want another one. I'll leave him in here for a while tonight. I haven't done my stretching and exercising in a week. So I'm going to listen real careful and make sure she doesn't get on anybody and just allow them to have some good mommy time tonight for about an hour before I go lay down for a little while. When these puppies go home, when my big ones go home, they should all be home by Monday. I think that I may take a day off. Just nursing newborn babies is not that big a deal. Look at his little ear. You know, puppies are born blind and deaf. I don't know if everybody knows that. See, his ear is completely closed, just like his eyes. And all they do is smell. Now, they can feel the vibration. Of course, they can feel your touch. But it is smell, then hearing, and then sight their entire life. So that's why when you have stinky stuff in your house, like Glade plug-ins or any kind of plug-ins, candles, hairspray, carpet cleaner, carpet fragrant, all of that stuff, you're killing your dog. They can smell 1,000,000 times better than you can. So even stinky laundry detergent. Tim's mom has been so gracious to help him. We've quite been on overwhelm. And she has been using entirely too much laundry detergent in his laundry, and it can smell it when it comes out of the dryer. Well, if you can smell it, think of what it smells like to your dog. So this is odd, but the only thing we use for laundry detergent is Dawn dishwashing soap. It's amazing. I don't know if it's more cost effective, probably, because you don't use as much of it. Today I was watching the laundry and it was all bubbly, and I said, oh, I'm getting too heavy on my soap. So you think, how much do you use? I don't know. I pick up that big old ball and I go, and I squeeze it. That's how much I use. These babies are 2 days old. They're 48 hours old, so typically it's 72 hours barring any accident. You know, they're pretty much out of the woods at 72 hours old. So like if something wasn't made right in their digestive system or their heart or something like that, it would typically show up by now. So if we can just keep them warm and fed and happy, then we are on the road to raising puppies. Yeah. Beautiful little litter. This is her second and last litter. That's why I was so sad that she lost that big boy. But the people she lives with doesn't want her to have another litter because they miss her terribly. And so she's going to do her duty, and she does love her puppies. And then she'll dry up and go home and just be someone's beloved couch potato. She's a good little guard dog too. Aren't you, Sadie Mae? Sadie, you a good little guard dog? Because I'm asleep.